Welcome back. Before the break, we were answering this question. Remember the steps that we need to take as we are increasing a value by a percentage. Number one, I said to you, you need to add the percentage to 100%. And after adding it, mainly because 100% is the original price. And then after adding this two, we get 110%. Then the next step is to express 110% as a fraction. And after expressing it as a fraction, we multiplied it by 15,590. And the answer that we got is 17,149. So let us move to the next question. The next question, price of food has increased by 11.3%. Determine the new price of Rama Margarine, which was 19.99 rand before the increase. So for us to calculate this price, remember, it is important to read these words. The price is before the increase. If the price is after the increase, then you know that this price is no longer 100%. So this one, because it's before the increase, implication is that this is now the original price. So it is so important to read these words as you analyze this question, because there's a thin string between before the increase and after the increase, so that you can know how to deal with it. So now that this price is the price before the increase, it means we need to add the increase on top of this. So because we have 11.3%, then we are going to have 100%. Remember, 19.99 rand is 100%. So we'll take 100%, we add it to 11.3%. Let us add together. As we add together, we have 100 plus 11.3. Therefore, you are going to have 111.3%. That is the first step. And the next step now is to express your 11.3% as a fraction. And remember, because percent means that a value is part of 100, so it means that we need to divide this by 100. Then we are going to have 111.3. We divide this by 100, and then this should be multiplied by 19.99 rand. So let us calculate. 111.3, and then we divide this by 100. We multiply this by 19.99 rand. The answer that we get is going to be 22.24.887. And remember, because this is a South African currency, then we need to round off to 2 decimal places. So can we round off our price to 2 decimal places? Then this will be 22 rand. Now remember the principles for rounding off again. We said when we round off, because we are rounding off the second decimal place, we should look at the third decimal place, which is the third value after a comma. The third value after a comma will tell us as to whether are we rounding up or are we rounding down. So just to review what we said previously, when we are rounding up or rounding down, the principles are the following. Number one, we said when the value is greater than 4, then we round up. If it is greater, then we round up. But if the value is less than 5, then we are going to round down. So now, let us have a look at this. Because now we are supposed to round off to 2 decimal places, meaning we need 2 values after a comma. Therefore, it means because we need 2 values after a comma, we will be guided by the third value. So as we are looking at the third value is therefore greater than 4. So if it is greater than 4, the implication is that we are rounding up. And therefore, as we round up, therefore 4 will be adjusted upward. Then we will have 22 Rand 25. So this is your answer. Just to review the principle that we need to follow as we are increasing a value by a percentage. Number 1, I said to increase the value by a percentage, you check the percentage that is given, most importantly, and then after getting the value that is going to be increased with, therefore you add it to 100%, which is the original price. Take note that the percentage of the original price, it is not given. So because it is not given, you should be knowing it before you can even do your calculations. So we take 113%, we add it to 100%, we get your answer. And the answer that you get, you divide it by 100 to change from the percentage form to the fraction form. And then we multiply it by the amount which is given. And after multiplying it by the amount which is given, you get your answer. And after getting the answer, if the answer is in South African rands and you are having more than 2 decimal values, then you need to round off the values. Therefore, the answer that you got is 22 Rand 25. I hope you've learned a lot. You are able now to increase a value by a percentage, and you are also able to calculate the percentage of a value. On that note, have a lovely day.